My name is Daniel, and I'm just a casual racer. And today I want to be showing off and giving you my first impressions of Race Condition, a random racing game that I've pulled off of Steam probably sometime during a Steam sale. Currently, it's available for $6.99. Got a link down to it in the video description, and you can check it out for yourself. This video it's part of a series that I've done, my random racing game series. This isn't about necessarily sim racing games, and actually this game doesn't support a wheel or, like your sim controllers and all that. I'm be playing with a keyboard, so if you're looking for a sim racing game, this is not it, and perhaps you won't be interested in the rest of this video. But stick with me. I think a lot of times games like this, affordable, more indie games that you can find on a really good discount on Steam sales, can be something that can provide a weekend of fun for a few dollars that I think is worth it. And so we're going to jump in. I'm going to give you my honest first impressions. I'm real optimistic about this one. I've done a couple of these already, and one I had a reasonably positive impression of. The other I was a bit of a negative impression, and this one I'm hoping is going to be maybe the best yet that we've done in this series. So we got a few different modes here that I see on screen. We have World Tour, Quick Race, Time Trial, we got Social Settings, Credits. So most of these here don't. Social. Okay, so yeah, so nothing much here. Settings are real bare bones. Although, like, make sure you adjust the graphic settings. It does make a noticeable improvement. I'm an American, so set my units accordingly, and that's about it. So we got Quick Races or World Tour. Let's jump in and do this World Tour. I really like the fact too it's multiplayer for Quick Races, but we're gonna do the World Tour here. Skip this. Alright, select car here. We'll go with this orange and blue. Balance Pro. Okay, so these are essentially 3 different types of cars. As you can see, this will be, kind of your setup, essentially. Yeah, it's car setup at the top. If you want a fast car with less grip, so it's kind of like changing the downforce levels, I suppose. Do you want a high downforce package with training, or pro be a low downforce package? We're gonna go right down the middle of balanced. All right, here. This looks like we have 3 tracks. Brackenheim, nice name there. Looks like it's in Germany. Eagle Junction, this would be either probably Canada, I suppose, so maybe like Motorsport, something like that. And then we have something up here that's near Alaska, looks like also in Canada as well. So Ambler Reverse, and that's a snow track. That's an interesting look there. I guess we'll go with Brackenheim. Let's jump in to see what we got here at Germany. Definitely digging the visuals of this game. I really like visuals like this, clean, crisp, going for that, that low poly aesthetic, but like the details are there within that. Obviously not comparing this to a AAA title or anything like that. I'm just using the arrow keys. I'm gonna get off to start here. Up arrow is to accelerate, down arrow is brake, left and right arrow keys are to turn. Definitely a little twitchy on the steering. I think you can adjust the sensitivity of that in the settings. Maybe I'll do that. It's a little twitchy. Okay, cool. All right, here. What's this? What is the lap? Wait, am I on an oval? Is this German track in Indianapolis knockoff? That is interesting. It is. Okay, so we're on an oval track here in Germany. All right. That wasn't expecting that. Thought this would have been located, as an Indianapolis knockoff. We've wrecked here. Let's get back going. We've lost a lot of spots. Only 3 laps here, so we're not going to have a good finish. One thing I've noticed here, too, is fuel. You got fuel on the left. I wonder if that has anything to do with that in terms of weight, if fuel has a factor on that. Oh. And definitely looks like you can consume it, and I noticed a sign on the pits. Oh, come on. Sign on the pit. See right here we have fuel. There's fuel strategy to this. See, games like this, oh, that's crazy. Games like this, if they can have a nice strategy element and they have good consistent physics within their within the game's world that makes sense, It can be really exciting. Wasn't blown away by the physics driving experience, and I'm definitely going to turn down the sensitivity on the steering here. No points. Yeah, that's definitely. Or wait, still got points. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna stand much of a chance. Not with the current settings. No. Race condition. I need to go to the settings here. Input sensitivity. And I think input smoothing might be good too. Something like that. Back to the world tour. Actually, before we go to the world tour, why don't I show off what we can find under the quick races? I don't know what's available. Quick race. What tracks are available? Or do we have to like see, we have to play the world tour, it says in the bottom right, to unlock more tracks. Okay. So then we'll just keep playing the world tour here. Don't hate this. I think this is decent. I mean, not quite. I really would have liked, I will say this, I really would have liked the fact if they had had the tracks open in the play now mode. I don't get the point of hiding content behind a paywall. Or not a paywall, but like a grinding wall requirement. To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense, especially like multiplayer. Maybe you get this because you want to play with your kid or something, and you don't necessarily, or you're playing with a brother or something like that, and your friend, and you're not looking to play career mode. You just want to sit down for a weekend and play with somebody. Last thing you want to do is have to play through a world tour to unlock tracks. So that's something I wish that wasn't the case. But I imagine for a lot of us, it's not a huge deal. All right, Ambler reverse. Let's go to the snow track and see what it's got. Definitely a fictitious layout here, but I mean, that's the entire point of games like this, right? All right, so hopefully the settings have made a difference here, be a little more controllable, a little not so twitchy. That's better for sure. Yeah, that's definitely better. Yeah, if I take any more out, I'll be worried I wouldn't be fast enough in tight corners. Yeah, I think that's about right. We'll go with that, I think, for the rest of the video at least. Yeah, so you can adjust. So very much you can adjust that as you saw. So within the setup, there's those two sliders for smoothing and then also sensitivity, and you can adjust that and tweak the driving experience to fit what you want if you're using a keyboard or even a controller, because it does look like it has controller support as well. You can't adjust button assignments, which is a bit of a shame, but still. I wonder if the WASD keys work. Oh, they do. So you could use the WASD keys if you prefer that as well. You don't have to use the arrow keys. I'm going to keep using the arrow keys. All right. We're up into 9th. Fuels are halfway. I don't think fuel's going to play a factor here. Hopefully we can get into a race where that plays a factor, because I'm very curious about how that will work out. Come on, dueling here. Ooh. Definitely not very punishing if you go off track. Oh no. Alright, so we got past a couple cars right there at the end. 10th place. Definitely the AI, it does have a wide spread, it appears, of the field. That was a 3-lap race, and there's quite a difference between first and last. So it does look like they've set it up so that you have a chance to beat some cars while you're learning. But definitely looks like there's going to be a challenge to be winning races, at the very least. I mean, we're not even to the midfield yet. We're back marker right now. Alrighty here. Eagle Junction. Let's give this one a go. Starting animations. Wasn't that jerky before? Maybe it was. Oh, come One thing I'm not enjoying is how easy the AI is to spin you. Just because I'm no good. I don't know. The road surface is perfectly smooth, from what I can tell, like physics-wise. It's not affecting how the car drives. Any swerving or anything like that is purely my own inputs, either overcorrecting or undercorrecting or whatever. Okay, I feel like those were some better corners there. Keep going. A little bit in the grass, but yeah, that was a pretty clean lap, I think. Do it again. On the rumbles. Those rumble strips are huge. I just realized that. They're massive. Alrighty, here's we come down. Definitely catching some of these cars as we head to the line. Up, I think we got a maybe 6th or 7th. Sabrigo, 7th. Alright, so we're getting somewhere. We're figuring this out. Alright. This is making some progress here. I'm going to turn down the sensitivity again just a little bit more. Just every time I turn, it's like 2 taps, and even that you are often like turning too much. It'd be nice if I could kind of hold it through the corner. That would feel more natural to me. So definitely a game that I think I'm gonna play this on a keyboard. Definitely one you're gonna want to get your settings right, otherwise it could be a little bit frustrating. Okay, so controller sensitivity. Let's take it clear down to there. Because I'm not really even holding it through any part of the corner. And it would be nice to kind of be able to hold it. As long as you're holding it, you're turning, you're able to make a corner. That'd be pretty good. Or maybe you don't hold it slightly as you enter or exit based on the shape of the corner. As long as you can make it, generally, I guess the least tight turning radius I can get while still being able to make the tightest corners is all I want. Okay, that is definitely better. Oh yeah. It's like, I will. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty good. Oh no. We had a big old wreck. No damage, clearly. Had no clue on that when I bought this game. I had no idea if they made damage model or not. Like I said, this series, I buy a game, and you are literally getting my first impressions as I play through it. Actually, I'm curious now. I've done 3 of these videos now. So let me know if this series interests you. I think it's a nice change of pace to do every once in a while. Obviously, I don't want to just, like, this isn't going to become my big thing on my channel. But I think it's nice to kind of change a pace. It also, they tend to do, the videos don't get a lot of views, but they get views over time, if that makes sense. Because people will be looking up the game, wanting to say they want to buy the game, that type of thing, and they will find my videos, and they just slowly bring in views. And to be honest, these aren't sim racing games most of the time, or they're much older games, cheaper games, that I just don't have the time, nor will the game have the return for more of like a in-depth, thorough review. Podium finish there. Then we speared the wall, but we're invincible. So, yeah. But yeah, like I mentioned, so... And you see 3rd place, like, and I'm not really doing that much different. It's just the biggest thing is getting my controller settings right. Casual racer, we're on the podium. Cool. Wonder if we'll unlock something, maybe. Oh, did we get 2nd? Haven't unlocked anything yet. Maybe we gotta get into each one. Maybe we can win a race. Alright, back to Brackenheim. This is the Oval, the Indianapolis knockoff. Let's see. Unless we unlock a new track here pretty quick, I'm gonna get pretty bored of this. Which will be a critique in and of itself. Alrighty there. Good start. Oh yeah, totally manageable. Oh, we've got this. Oh my goodness, we've got this. I have figured this out. Yup. Oh, it's gonna be a domination, let me tell you. I am a oh my. About to say I am a race control champion, but then of course had to go off track. You get a draft. You get a draft? I don't know, not enough room to really know. I do not believe there is a draft. Nothing noticeable, at least. Nothing, or nothing significant. Let's put it that way. All right. Here. No, there is no draft. We're gonna finish maybe second. Second place. First place was definitely pretty quick. Alright, maybe we have to level up to unlock some tracks. We're definitely getting more points by leveling up. Alright, Ambler Reverse, it is taking us to like the different tracks, it seems like. So maybe all we do have to do is podium on all of them and we'll unlock the next few tracks. Alrighty. I feel like this video is starting to get about the length where I generally cut them off, but I'll keep playing it because I'm having some fun. And also I'm hopeful that we can see a few more tracks that I can show you. And maybe even a longer race that fuel would come into play. That'd be cool. A weird little circuit. I'll be honest, these tracks are very simple. Which I kind of get, I guess, maybe for learning, but I do hope that the tracks become more complex in the next tracks. Because if they're all this simple, once you get the hang of it, it's going to get very repetitive, very easy. Yeah, too simplistic. This circuit right now feels really easy. Actually, the oval was more fun. At least you built up more speed into those corners. Alright. Move up into second. And oh my goodness, second place just, wow, sent it. Get the lead here. Oh no. You aren't gonna get a podium, I don't think. I think we're out of fuel, maybe. We're real close. 5th position with that wreck there near the end. Alright, we'll give it another go, see if we can get on the podium and unlock something. And then, if we do unlock something, we'll play a little longer. If we don't, then I'll give you my summary so far, which is obviously right. I'm not doing this a full review. It's not justice. If there's reviews out there, you should definitely check those out, especially anything more in depth. Consider their opinion with yours. But hopefully this just kind of gives you an idea of what you'll first experience in the game. And, I mean, so far, I'll say this, it's relatively fun, but I do feel like this is definitely for me, a one weekend at least. And honestly, even after making this video, unless I like see something really cool, like with the fuel mileage aspect, this is not going to hold my interest. I won't be revisiting after this video playthrough. So that tells you right there. If you could get this for $1 or $2, it's probably worth it, but I'm struggling personally to find it difficult to see it's worth even the $7 value. Although, because here's the thing, I would rather spend the money on an Assetto Corsa mod, spend $3-4 on an Assetto Corsa mod. You know, I got a ton of stuff for Authentic Simulation or Story Sim Studios, or Race Sim Studios just dropped for €2. You can get their Formula 4 car. I would say get that Formula 4 car before you get this. Like, you're going to get more enjoyment and more fun out of that if you're a racing fan. So, yeah, I guess my summary is it's not as fun as a good mod for Assetto Corsa, which is kind of a shame. But it's also, there's like no issues with it. If you're looking for something very different, or maybe you need something for your laptop, this does look like it would run on a potato if you turn the settings down low enough. So there's definitely that factor for it that could be good. Or maybe your kid doesn't want to play a sim racing game. So then you could put it on their laptop for them. In that way, it does work well, and it is rather simplistic. So maybe, you know, as long as you get the settings right, it could potentially be a good game maybe for a child or entertaining on a trip or something like that with a laptop. So I would say if this was on my... Because I'm trying to think about when I would use this. If this was on my laptop, I would pull this up in the future on a flight. Like that, it would if it popped into my mind while I was on a plane, I would probably pull it up. So that's a fair... I feel like that's a fair assessment of where the game's at. And I'm seeing nothing unlocked yet. Anything unlocked in the... Yeah, this is a real shame, actually. Still nothing unlocked. Anything unlocked yet in the... Yeah, that's a bummer. Really is. If it's that hard to get tracks, and it's a game, it just means more people are gonna burn out in this game and then like request their money back because they didn't use it enough hours. I would really wish there was tracks, all the tracks, or at the very least maybe most of the tracks were unlocked in Quick Race. Maybe you could have like a track, or like you have regions or something. You could have like a track for each region that's locked, but like 90% of the tracks are unlocked or something. If you really want to do it, but to just have 3 tracks, it's just too few. So yeah, at this point, my impression is too much of the content requires too much grinding, and the gameplay for someone coming from the sim racing background, sim racer's perspective, probably isn't engaging enough for you to even get to that point where the content is there. Ultimately, this might be entertaining for a child or on a trip where you can run it on a potato laptop. Ultimately, for me, although the visuals are cute, the physics, there's nothing. I was hoping for a little more. It was a little tricky to dial it in, and even then, it wasn't a rewarding driving experience. It kind of just was. Just a few things. Like I said, at $7, I think you're better off maybe getting a couple of mods if you're into sim racing. If you can find this on sale for $2, buck, half off, $3.50 even maybe, it might be worth it if you want something for a weekend to mess around with or to have on a laptop for a trip. So that's my opinion, my initial impression on Race Condition. This is a random racing game that I pulled off of Steam. Hopefully you found that this video, this playthrough was informative, or at the very least entertaining, hopefully. But most of all, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week.